Men and women are often said to be different. People talk about it all the time. Some say men are strong, women are emotional. Some say women are sensitive, men are logical. But the truth is more complex. Emotions are not only about feelings. They are about how we react to life. They are about struggles inside us that we do not always see. Marcus Aurelius, a famous philosopher from Rome, taught us about understanding ourselves. He taught that understanding emotions is key to living a good life. Today we will explore the emotional battles of men and women. We will see what society ignores. We will see what is hidden in plain sight. Many people believe that men do not have emotions. They think men are like rocks, strong, silent, unchanging. But men feel deeply. They feel pain, fear, and love. They also feel pressure. Society tells men, be strong, don't cry, don't show weakness. This creates a hidden battle, a battle inside a man's mind. When he feels sadness, he hides it. When he feels fear, he masks it with anger. This is not weakness. This is survival. Men learn to control emotions because they are told that emotions are dangerous. They are told that emotions make them less than human. But the reality is the opposite. Emotions are human. Emotions are what connect us to life. The problem is not the emotions. The problem is hiding them. Women, on the other hand, face a different struggle. Society says women are emotional. They are told they are sensitive, caring, and nurturing. Women are expected to feel, but also to control those feelings. If a woman shows anger, she is called unreasonable. If she cries, she is seen as weak. Women are expected to manage their emotions carefully. This creates pressure, just like men have pressure. But the pressure is different. Women feel the world is watching their every emotion. They must appear calm, kind, and composed. They must care for others, even when they are struggling inside. They must carry the weight of emotions for themselves and others. This difference creates misunderstandings. Men see women as too emotional. Women see men as cold or distant. Both are partly true, but both are incomplete. Emotions are not gendered. The way society teaches men and women to handle emotions creates these illusions. Men are not unemotional. Women are not over-emotional. They are humans with different struggles shaped by society. Let's take an example. A man is sad. He wants to talk about it, but he is afraid. He fears judgment. He fears people will say he is weak. So he stays quiet. Inside, the sadness grows. Sometimes it turns into anger. Anger becomes a shield. Anger says, I am strong, I am in control. But underneath, there is hurt. There is loneliness. A woman is sad. She may cry. She may talk to a friend. But she feels pressure, too. She may feel guilty for feeling sad. She may worry she is burdening others. She may hide her true feelings behind a smile. Women often fight two battles at once, managing emotions for themselves and managing how others perceive them. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This advice is important for both men and women. Strength does not mean hiding emotions. Strength means understanding them. Strength means choosing how to respond. Emotional battles are not about who cries or who stays quiet. They are about how we handle what we feel inside. Another hidden battle is fear. Men fear failure. Men fear losing respect. Men fear being seen as weak. These fears shape their actions. They may avoid asking for help. They may avoid expressing love openly. Women fear judgment too, but often in a different way. Women fear rejection. Women fear not being accepted. Women fear not being enough. These fears shape their emotions. They may overthink, overanalyze, or try to please others constantly. In relationships, these battles often meet. Men may withdraw because they are scared of being vulnerable. Women may feel ignored because they want emotional connection. Neither side is wrong. Both are fighting internal battles they cannot always explain. Communication becomes the bridge. Understanding each other's battles is key. Men need spaces where they can share without judgment. Women need support where their emotions are validated. But this is rare. Society teaches the opposite. Men must be tough, women must be perfect. These lessons create emotional loneliness for both. Let's talk about love. Love is an emotional battlefield. Men often show love through actions. They may fix problems, provide security, or protect. They may not express love with words or tears because they are taught to control these emotions. Women often show love through care and communication. They share feelings, nurture, and express. When these approaches clash, frustration grows. Men may feel criticized, women may feel ignored. Again, the problem is not love. The problem is understanding and accepting emotional differences shaped by culture. Another struggle is self-image. Men feel pressure to be successful. They measure worth by achievement. Women feel pressure to be beautiful, kind, and smart. Both face standards that are often impossible. These pressures shape emotions. They create anxiety, sadness, and sometimes anger. These pressures are silent. Many people do not talk about them, but they exist. Emotional intelligence is the tool to fight these battles. Marcus Aurelius believed in self-awareness and reflection. He suggested asking questions like, "Why do I feel this? Is this emotion useful? How can I act wisely?" Men and women who practice this begin to see their battles clearly. They start to understand themselves and each other. One important point: emotional battles are not weaknesses. They are evidence of being human. Every man who struggles with fear or sadness is brave. Every woman who struggles with judgment or rejection is strong. Strength is not the absence of emotion. Strength is feeling deeply and responding wisely. Society often misses this. It praises physical strength, beauty, or achievements. It ignores emotional courage. But emotional courage is harder. It is private. It is silent. It happens inside the mind. When a man allows himself to cry, he is showing courage. When a woman sets boundaries to protect herself, she is showing courage. These moments often go unnoticed. Another factor is childhood. Boys are often taught to hide tears. Girls are often taught to please others. These lessons stay. Adults carry them unknowingly. They influence relationships, work, and self-esteem. Emotional battles are not just personal. They are cultural. They are inherited from society. Recognizing this helps reduce shame. Men and women also deal with loneliness differently. Men may isolate themselves. Women may seek social support. But isolation and overthinking are both forms of struggle. Emotional battles often hide in silence, not in noise. Stress is another battlefield. Modern life is stressful. Men feel stress at work, responsibilities, and social expectations. Women feel stress at work, home, and social expectations. Both experience anxiety, fear, and pressure. Emotional reactions are natural. But society often labels men as unfeeling and women as dramatic. These labels ignore the reality. Everyone struggles. Everyone fights battles. In short, men and women have emotional battles that society ignores. Men struggle with hiding vulnerability. Women struggle with managing judgment. Both struggle with fear, love, self-image, and social pressure. These battles shape behavior, relationships, and mental health. Understanding these battles is the first step toward empathy. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that self-reflection is key. Emotional battles are not failures. They are opportunities. Opportunities to learn, grow, and connect. By observing our emotions without judgment, we find clarity. By understanding others' emotions, we find compassion. The world may never fully understand these hidden battles, but individuals can. Every man and woman can practice awareness, patience, and empathy. They can fight emotional battles wisely, not blindly. The first step is honesty. Admit to yourself, "I feel fear, sadness, or anger." Admit, "I struggle." This is courage. Next, observe without judgment. Ask, "Why do I feel this?" Finally, act with wisdom. Respond, don't react. Take control of your emotional life. Emotions are not enemies. They are guides. They show us what matters, what hurts, and what we love. Men and women may experience them differently, but both can learn mastery. Mastery does not mean suppression. Mastery means awareness, understanding, and conscious response. By understanding emotional battles, we can build stronger relationships. Men can share vulnerability. Women can set boundaries. Both can respect differences. Both can grow emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Men often face a battle between emotion and expectation. Society tells men to be strong, calm, and in control. At the same time, emotions do not disappear. Sadness, fear, and loneliness are natural. They are part of being human. When a man ignores these feelings, he does not eliminate them. They stay inside, growing quietly. Sometimes these hidden feelings appear as anger, impatience, or irritability. People around him may notice, but misunderstand. "Why is he so angry?" they ask. They may not realize that anger is often a mask for fear, hurt, or sadness. This internal struggle can also affect health. Studies show that men are less likely to seek help for mental health issues. They may ignore stress, depression, or anxiety. The fear of being judged as weak stops them. Meanwhile, emotional battles silently influence their relationships. Men may withdraw from family or friends. They may avoid expressing love openly. In professional life, men may overwork or overcompensate to prove worth. These behaviors are not signs of failure. They are signs of an ongoing emotional battle. Women's emotional battles, while different, are equally challenging. Society expects women to manage emotions with grace. Women are encouraged to be nurturing, empathetic, and calm. At the same time, women face judgment for being too emotional or too sensitive. This creates tension. Women must balance self-expression with societal expectations. They often struggle with guilt when prioritizing themselves. They worry about being criticized for anger or sadness. These pressures shape behavior, mental health, and relationships. Women's battles also appear in daily decisions. For example, a woman may hesitate to speak up at work, fearing criticism. She may overthink social interactions, wondering if she was too harsh or too soft. She may care for everyone else before herself. Over time, these small emotional battles add up. Stress, anxiety, and exhaustion can grow quietly. Women, like men, may appear calm on the outside, but fight fierce battles inside. One key difference between men and women is how emotions are expressed. Men may hide or suppress emotions. Women may express emotions openly, but feel guilt or fear afterward. Both approaches are shaped by society and upbringing. Neither is wrong, but both come with challenges. Emotional awareness is the key to managing these challenges. Recognizing emotions without judgment allows both men and women to respond rather than react. Let's examine relationships. Emotional battles strongly influence how men and women connect with others. Men may struggle to express vulnerability. Women may struggle to assert needs. In romantic relationships, this can create misunderstandings. A man may withdraw when stressed. A woman may feel neglected. A woman may express frustration. A man may feel attacked. Both feel hurt, but they often fail to see the root cause. Emotional battles shaped by upbringing and societal expectations. Communication is essential. Honest conversations can reduce tension. Men need spaces to speak without fear of judgment. Women need assurance that their emotions are valid. When both sides practice empathy and patience, emotional battles become less destructive. They can even strengthen connections. Another important factor is emotional memory. Past experiences shape present struggles. Men who grew up in environments where feelings were discouraged may fear showing vulnerability as adults. Women who are taught to prioritize others over themselves may struggle with boundaries. Recognizing these patterns allows both men and women to break cycles of struggle. Workplace dynamics also highlight emotional battles. Men may feel pressure to succeed and provide. They may equate value with achievement. Failure or criticism can trigger hidden emotional reactions like anger or withdrawal. Women may face double pressure, perform well professionally while managing perceptions of sensitivity or assertiveness. They may experience anxiety about being liked, respected, and taken seriously. Both are navigating emotional minefields daily, often without acknowledgement. Friendships are not immune. Men often bond through shared activities rather than emotional sharing. Women often bond through conversations and emotional support. These differences can cause misunderstandings. Men may feel women overanalyze situations. Women may feel men avoid intimacy. Both sides may misinterpret the other, not realizing that these are simply different ways of handling emotional battles. Self-perception is another battlefield. Men may struggle with the idea of being enough. Society tells them to be providers, protectors, and leaders. Failing in one area can trigger guilt, shame, or self-doubt. Women may struggle with perfectionism. Society tells them to be beautiful, kind, and competent. Falling short creates stress and emotional exhaustion. Men and women often hide these feelings, fearing judgment. Parenting is another layer. Fathers may feel pressure to provide and protect while managing hidden emotions. Mothers may feel pressure to nurture and guide while managing societal expectations. Emotional battles intensify because raising children exposes vulnerability and responsibility. Emotions become more complex, intertwined with love, fear, and hope. So how can men and women manage these battles? Marcus Aurelius offers insight. He taught self-awareness, reflection, and conscious response. Step 1. Observe your emotions. Name them. Understand why they exist. Step 2. Question them. Are these emotions serving me? Are they influenced by societal pressure? Step 3. Respond wisely. Do not react blindly. Choose actions aligned with values and understanding. Practical techniques help. Journaling is one. Writing emotions down clarifies thoughts and patterns. Meditation and mindfulness are another. They allow observation without judgment. Physical activity is also useful. Exercise helps release tension and regulate emotions. Talking to trusted friends or professionals creates safe spaces to explore feelings. These practices help both men and women navigate emotional battles. Boundaries are crucial. Women often struggle to set them, fearing criticism. Men may struggle because they fear appearing weak. Clear boundaries protect mental health and improve relationships. They reduce unnecessary emotional strain. Another powerful tool is empathy. Understanding that men and women have different emotional experiences allows better connection. Men may offer space instead of solutions. Women may offer validation instead of advice. Recognizing these differences reduces conflict and enhances mutual support. Emotional battles are also linked to self-compassion. Men may berate themselves for showing weakness. Women may feel guilty for asserting needs. Learning to be kind to oneself is critical. Self-compassion reduces internal conflict and strengthens resilience. We also see patterns in society. Media often exaggerates differences between men and women. Movies, advertisements, and stories promote stereotypes. Men are stoic, women are dramatic. These stereotypes increase pressure and shame. Awareness of this helps individuals resist unrealistic expectations. Technology adds another layer. Social media creates constant comparison. Men may feel pressure to appear successful and confident. Women may feel pressure to appear beautiful and perfect. These pressures intensify emotional battles, often silently. Awareness and intentional use of technology can reduce this stress. Finally, purpose is a key weapon in emotional battles. Marcus Aurelius emphasized living according to reason and virtue. Finding purpose helps both men and women navigate challenges with clarity. Purpose provides a framework to process emotions, make decisions, and act wisely. It allows emotional battles to become growth opportunities instead of destructive forces. By now, we understand that men and women face different emotional battles. These battles are shaped by society, upbringing, and internal fears. We also saw how these struggles appear in daily life, relationships, work, and self-perception. But knowledge alone is not enough. The final step is action, learning how to navigate these battles and transform them into strength. Marcus Aurelius offers timeless guidance. First, self-awareness is critical. Men and women must recognize their emotions without judgment. Awareness is the first step toward control. Marcus Aurelius said, "Observe yourself, and you will understand the nature of your soul." This means pausing to notice what you feel, why you feel it, and how it affects your thoughts and actions. For men, this may mean admitting fear or sadness. For women, it may mean acknowledging guilt or frustration. Naming emotions reduces their power and prevents them from controlling behavior unconsciously. Second, reflection allows understanding. Ask, is this emotion serving me, or is it based on societal pressure? Many emotional struggles come from unrealistic expectations. Men may feel they must appear strong at all times. Women may feel they must please everyone. Reflection helps separate authentic feelings from external pressures. Writing in a journal, thinking quietly, or talking to a trusted friend can facilitate this reflection. Third, response is more important than reaction. Emotional mastery does not mean suppression. It means choosing how to act. Anger, fear, or sadness will arise. But instead of lashing out or withdrawing, pause and respond wisely. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not events. The power is in conscious response. For example, a man may feel frustration at work. Instead of snapping at a colleague, he can step back, take a deep breath, and act with reason. A woman may feel overwhelmed with criticism. Instead of internalizing guilt, she can assess the situation calmly and respond constructively." Next, practice empathy. Emotional battles often create misunderstandings. Men may think women overreact. Women may think men are cold. Empathy allows seeing the other person's perspective. Understanding emotional struggles reduces conflict and fosters connection. Men can recognize the silent battles women face, like judgment or guilt. Women can recognize the silent battles men face, like fear or societal expectations. Empathy transforms relationships and builds trust. Self-compassion is another essential tool. Many emotional struggles come from harsh self-judgment. Men may criticize themselves for showing vulnerability. Women may criticize themselves for asserting boundaries. Self-compassion allows acceptance of imperfection. It reduces shame and strengthens resilience. Marcus Aurelius taught that life is about growth, not perfection. Being kind to oneself is part of emotional mastery. Boundaries are vital. Emotional battles are often intensified by blurred limits. Women may struggle to say no to avoid conflict. Men may struggle to express needs to avoid appearing weak. Clear boundaries protect mental health and improve relationships. Boundaries do not create distance. They create respect. By setting limits, men and women can focus on personal growth and emotional well-being. Routine and discipline are also helpful. Marcus Aurelius valued daily practice in thought and action. Emotional battles are not defeated in a single moment. They require consistent effort. Simple routines like morning reflection, exercise, or mindful breaks throughout the day help regulate emotions. Discipline does not suppress feelings. It strengthens the ability to respond wisely. Another practical tool is seeking support. Men may hesitate to ask for help, fearing judgment. Women may feel hesitant to express struggles for fear of being a burden. Yet, sharing with trusted friends, mentors, or professionals reduces emotional weight. Support systems allow safe processing of feelings and reinforce the idea that emotional battles are natural, not shameful. Physical activity is not just health advice, it is emotional strategy. Exercise releases tension, improves mood, and strengthens resilience. For men, it can help release hidden anger or stress. For women, it can relieve anxiety and mental exhaustion. Physical care is part of emotional mastery. Purpose is one of the most transformative tools. Marcus Aurelius emphasized living according to virtue and reason. A clear sense of purpose helps both men and women navigate emotional challenges. Purpose aligns emotions with action. It transforms fear, frustration, and sadness into motivation for growth. When a man or woman acts according to their values, emotional battles become manageable rather than overwhelming. Let's consider love and relationships again. Emotional battles often manifest in conflict, misunderstanding, and unspoken tension, but they can also deepen connection. Men who practice vulnerability and empathy strengthen bonds. Women who practice assertiveness and self-compassion do the same. Relationships become a shared space for emotional growth rather than a battlefield. Open dialogue, patience, and mutual respect allow emotional differences to be strengths rather than sources of conflict. Mindfulness is another key tool. Observing thoughts and feelings without judgment allows emotional clarity. Both men and women can benefit from this practice. Mindfulness does not remove challenges. It allows conscious navigation of them. By noticing emotions as they arise, rather than reacting impulsively, individuals gain control over their inner lives. Education about emotions is also transformative. Understanding that men and women experience and express emotions differently reduces misunderstandings. Parents, teachers, and mentors can teach children emotional intelligence, breaking cycles of suppression and shame. Emotional education is long-term, but it builds resilience for future generations. Another insight comes from reflection on death and impermanence, a core Stoic principle. Marcus Aurelius reminded that life is temporary. Emotional battles often feel overwhelming in the moment, but they are fleeting. Recognizing the impermanence of stress, fear, or sadness allows perspective. Pain is temporary. Struggle is temporary. Decisions guided by wisdom endure. Acceptance is powerful. Emotional battles cannot be completely eliminated. They are part of being human, but they can be managed and transformed. Accepting feelings without shame or judgment frees energy to act wisely. Acceptance is not resignation. It is understanding reality and responding with clarity. Gratitude is another transformative tool. Men and women who practice gratitude notice what is positive in life. Gratitude reduces negative emotional weight, strengthens relationships, and fosters resilience. Simple acts, like appreciating small successes or expressing thanks to loved ones, shift focus from emotional struggle to emotional growth. Finally, the ultimate lesson is integration. Emotional battles do not have to define men or women. They can be integrated into life as sources of strength. Hidden struggles teach empathy, resilience, patience, and wisdom. Men and women who face their inner challenges consciously transform weakness into strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The obstacle on the path becomes the path." Emotional battles, once understood, become the very tools for growth, connection, and purpose. In conclusion, men and women experience emotional battles differently, but both face challenges shaped by society, culture, and personal experiences. These battles affect relationships, work, self-image, and mental health. Thank you for spending this time exploring the hidden emotional battles of men and women. If this video inspired you to reflect on your emotions or think differently about the people around you, please like and share it. It can start a powerful conversation. And if you want to continue learning practical wisdom from Stoic philosophers and modern life psychology, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Remember, personal growth starts with awareness, and your support helps us bring more meaningful insights to everyone seeking clarity, strength, and purpose.